Just sources inside of Sony talking about PlayStation and people inside of Nintendo. They are panicking. And I want to talk about this because
Panicking.
it seems like there is a lot of terror inside of these companies because of the worldwide tech shortages. Historically, whenever we talk about console generations, whether the one that just started or what's coming up, there's usually just so much excitement. Oh, I've got a PlayStation 1.
Put that artifact down, man. You got PlayStation fanboys digging for fossils. The dinosaur prehistoric era is over. What do you people don't understand, man? Dude out here pulling out these fossils, bro. Come on, man. Nobody care about this. What's going on with this man, bro? For real. I told you, man. That was the land before time, man. What are y'all doing? Should I say it? I think we have some form of a dino crisis.
Wow, I'm excited about the PlayStation 2, or going into stuff like the Xbox 360, these truly crazy HD graphics.
Well, that's not happening anymore because you know why? Companies have lost the concept of actually selling a platform. And I can guarantee that with any new console coming out, especially currently, is not going to do better than the previous one. Now companies like, oh snap, we don't have enough games to actually get people to want to buy these platforms, which would be exclusives, because nobody cares about them. At the end of the day, the PlayStation 5 is just the next PS4 transition phase. And they're going to continue by making games for the PS5 as well as the PlayStation 6 like they've been doing throughout this whole generation. And that is going to be your next generation experience. PlayStation 5 games finally be able to be played the way they were supposed to on the PlayStation 6. I mean, this is embarrassing. This is why a lot of people just checked out and people are like, I really don't care about gaming. While you guys out here crying, oh, my PlayStation, man. I picked up a Pro for God of 16-bit graphics and the trilogy, And I know people, we got a fool named Bob Zip saying, it always used to be like this. Yeah, right. Okay, it only started being like this during the PS3 with all those HD remasters. I already knew it was going to be a problem then. And then PS4 and, of course, PS5 has continued that notion. You would be a fool to tell me that it's always been like this. No, really? Because I don't remember seeing all these remasters and remakes for future generations of platforms. This is just something they started doing, not now, but they've been doing it since the end of the PS3 generation.
The systems were expensive even at launch, but usually they'd be followed with a lot of price
My name is Bob
cuts.
Zip.
A game comes
You guys are just retro. You guys are just old. Y'all are just unk status. That is me. Me, Bob Zippy. I think Zip needs to zip his mouth. Out here telling people that it always used to be like, look at that, $150 for a PlayStation 2. Woo, PS2 combo pack included. $80 value. Well, we ain't getting that anymore, I can tell you that.
Out and it costs $500, then $400, then $300. And this has not been the case with this console generation, right? It seems like constantly...
They don't need to because they have you locked in to the ecosystem. You got to remember, back then, PlayStation 2 online was free. So the only way they can make money is by selling software and selling the hardware, right? They don't have to do that no more. Even if you plan on a PS4 for crying out loud, they're still getting money off you, which means that Sony doesn't have to do anything but collect that money every single month for people paying for PlayStation Plus. That's all they got to do. And that's why I think they've gotten lazy, because they're like, oh, we don't really have to do anything. I mean, we could just have Fortnite people play that and people pay to play 2K and Grand Theft Auto 5 online and just call it a day. We don't really need to make our own games.
These huge price increases, and now the discussion is that Sony is making a tough call. Nintendo is going to jack up the price of the Nintendo Switch 2, and Sony is apparently saying that the PlayStation 6 needs to come out next decade. Let me break this down. Hi, I'm Dreamcast.
I mean, it doesn't even matter, bro. Honestly, at this point, bro, I don't even care, bro. You know what I'm saying? The excitement of buying a platform for a lot of people, I think, has just stagnated. I think a lot of people don't care, man. You guys could say that it's just like these PC gamers that upgrade their rigs but still playing the same games as everybody else. And nobody cares, bro. Because at the end of the day, what defines a platform is the games that the platform has, and yet all the platforms practically got the same library, which means that there's no identity. When you want to talk about identity, Xbox had games that was different than GameCube. GameCube had games different than PS2. So when you looked at these platforms, you're like, oh, I like the GameCube. I mean, yeah, some consoles had some of the similar games, but you looked at the GameCube, you're like, yeah, or should I say the N64? Yeah, that's the party machine. You know, you get the WWEs, you get the GoldenEye. People don't realize the 64 was really known as a multiplayer console, especially with the 4 controller ports. But I'm saying it ain't good single player games, and it's the multiplayer console. Oh, PS1, that was the single player console. That was they had a few cooperative games, but it really came down to them RPGs, man. RPGs and some fighters. You feel me? That's what it came down to. Sega Saturn, you get those nice, beautiful 2D games, arcade perfect games. Everything had an appeal. Y'all like, oh, Snack Games, you're right about that. Everything had an appeal, which to some people would say an identity. There's none of that with any of these consoles. Not even for the Switch 2, even though it's portable. There's no identity. There's nothing that makes the platform stand out like, oh, okay, yeah, they do similar games. Oh, yeah, this is the place that has the best ports, but yet it lacks an exclusivity. Oh, this one, there's no identity. Oh, yeah, GameCube is known for being a party machine, but also having that multiplayer. Xbox is known for being hardcore gamer with Gears of War and Halo. There's none of that. Y'all like GameStop, you hit the nail on the coffin. So when y'all sit there and talk about identity, what identity are you talking about? Because when I look at PlayStation, it's not the PlayStation that I remember. When I look at Xbox, very much it still is, but yet they're doing a lot of, they're pushing out a lot of sour milk, okay? And Nintendo, them included, remasters upon remasters.
Guy, just subscribe and like the video if you enjoy some off the up Xbox having like 5 price increases in a row. How does this actually make sense? We've always...
I don't even care, bro. I've told people, this does not bother me, because you know why? I've already checked out. I've already checked out of the gaming industry, man. I've already checked out. I don't care. I just enjoy the games that I already have. You guys say, oh, Gamester, your point is so stupid. It's always been like this, man. Bob Zippy. But yet, you're playing the same retro games as everybody else. Imagine telling somebody, go back to play retro games when that's all you're doing on the next generation platform. Legacy of Kain Defiance, Gears of War Reloaded, Halo Campaign Evolved. As far as I'm concerned, you're doing the same thing that I'm doing, but on a modern platform. You big dummy. Bob Zippy.
Existed in this time of seemingly infinite tech, where you could just make and make and make.
It's just so funny how these guys think because they bought a next generation platform that they're not playing the same games, the games that we haven't played for the past 25 years. And then they want people to get excited. And then you guys wonder why the games fail. And then you wonder why the IPs get canceled and why they don't want to focus. Because the market is, you're not the market leader. You're not the market leader. They're trying to appeal to the casuals. That's why.
1 million iPhones? Well, then you make 1 million iPhones. But for the first time, these AI companies are mass buying up stuff that isn't even produced yet. These AI companies have so many trillions of dollars of investment, they're buying factories. They're back ordering stuff for years and years in advance. Really don't want to do this. They actually published this 2 weeks ago. They officially did like this investor call and said, we're carefully evaluating the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 and if it needs to be increased. And what's this again? Memory costs rise.
I gotta go buy me a Nintendo Switch 2 before they raise. No, you can have it, Nintendo. You haven't showed me that the Switch 2 is actually worth anything. You haven't showed me by putting all these little HD remastered versions of the same games from Switch 1 on the Switch 2. You haven't showed me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going on here. These companies feel like they want to have you impulsively buy these platforms. You wait the 5 to 6 years when you got it. You barely get anything when you... Because back then, when we used to buy consoles, we used to see a game that we wanted immediately and then be like, oh, I'm picking up that game. I'm picking up the PS2 for that Final Fantasy X and that Grand Theft Auto. I'm picking up that PS2, man. I'm picking up that Airbox, man. They got that game, man. They got that Halo, man. I'm picking it up. I'm picking up that GameCube, man. They got the sunshine with the sun is shining. It was all bright and the Wind Wakers and the Ouija Mansion and the Turn of Darkness and the Metroid Prime. You know, I'm picking it up for that. Now when you buy a system in 2026, you buy the system in the hopes of you getting the games that you want. It's pathetic. Y'all like, damn, games, you're right. You gotta wait 6 to 7 years. I mean, even from a Gears of War fan, for Gears E-Day, it's like, bro, you couldn't see these games coming from launch? Like, you couldn't just buy the console and then have the game come out? It's like they were working on the games in preparation of their new consoles. Because, matter of fact, a lot of the development of older games that did drop on the next-gen PS3 and 360 was already being developed way beyond that. It's like they had the games ready. Okay, we got the 360 being made, and now we're going to have the games that are going to go with it. Now, it's like, you buy the system, you play the old-gen games, you play the cross-gen games, and then you wait 6 to 7 years, which to me sounds like a development cycle of these set games coming out, and then they pop up. That to me is crazy. You're buying these consoles on the false pretense of you thinking you're going to get what you want. And that's kind of embarrassing, in my opinion. Instead of buying a console, seeing the software that is available, and then buying it for said software.
You have to increase the price in order to make it where you can bid more on the actual physical tech. And even if I understand it financially, the gamers aren't really going to get that, right? On the back end, I'm still in that train of thought where, like, okay, people, even if they can do the mental math and go, oh, this $100 price increase isn't because of greed, it's because of market conditions. They don't feel that, right? You know, it still is a $100 price increase. It doesn't magically become more justified if they're, oh, I can understand why it happened. They just see, so I recently bought a PS5 Pro.
You're stupid because the PS5 Pro is absolutely useless. And I know y'all mad about a Valve running worse on the Pro. They thought, oh, we got the Pro, the best version of everybody games. And it runs worse on the Pro. Everybody lazy. They doing lazy ports again, Jimmy. Just like they did do Dark Ages. Everybody, shame on you. You didn't take advantage of my Pro that I paid $700 for. It ain't even a better everybody.
A lot of people sort of just saying, you have to buy now. The FOMO is no longer about being excited about the next generation. The FOMO is almost pessimistic. Buy it before it gets worse. This is your last chance to jump on the ship.
Games to one another W. Who called it? Who called it? Who called it? I did. That's right, I did. Remember when I told you? Y'all like, oh, GameStop. I remember when you said that. Remember when I said they're copying the phone strategy? Right? Remember? And how they're going to try to force you in getting the platforms by raising the price accordingly? And if you don't buy it initially, then that's going to be your way of losing out? They don't have to reduce the prices of these platforms anymore. They don't. I told you guys about those prehistoric $150 PS2 bundles. Those days are not coming back. Everything's going to go up instead. It is the reality.
Before it departs, prices are only going up.
The problem is the fact that they're creating false FOMO, because even if you do buy into it, you still got a lackluster library of games. So it's just like, they raise it up, but it's like they're raising it up when they get games. It's like Xbox did the same thing. Oh, we're going to raise the price up because Gears E-Day coming out this year. It's like they raised the price knowing they got... But that's what pisses me off, bro. Because it's like, y'all raised the price of these consoles knowing that you finally got the software. or should I say Game Pass Ultimate as well. So you guys say I don't talk bad about Xbox, but I do. They raised the price when the good games started coming out. Oh, we got to raise the Ultimate to 30 because Gears E-Day, the Fable. You notice that? Fable, the Gears E. Then all of a sudden Game Pass go up. All of a sudden Xbox console goes up when it's actually worth owning one now because you're like, damn, games, so you too good. Nintendo, we'll see. Hopefully they got some good games coming out if you're going to justify raising the price. But that is embarrassing. We have never seen this in the console generation ever. When they raising the price up when they start having some good software. Like, that's crazy. But PlayStation Plus, they raised it up. And they didn't change anything, so.
It's time to invest. And I just don't like that idea around.
You know what? It's time for me to check out.
gaming.
And find a
I
new
did
hobby.
see this tweet. Twitter actually went down right as I started recording this video, but I screenshotted it. So there's a statement, oh, I've got a PlayStation 1.
Hey, yo, we gotta end off this video, man, with these artifacts, man. Put the fossils down, bro. Okay? That was the land before time. That was a long time ago, Jimmy. Holding on to these artifacts. Thinking game and it's gonna go back to how it was. We got ourselves a dino crisis. They can't believe it, man, gaming. It ain't the same. What happened with the passion, man? It's gone, man. It's gone. But I still have faith in PlayStation, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's done, bro. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Because at the end of the day, man, all real gamers, we already know it's done. They don't care about the market that once helped build them. It is what it is. So, like I said, I'm not going to support them. Take care. Peace out.